Hello everyone, it's Girl and today a brand new video. Today we're here in a different setup. Oh, this is very nice. So I did run a poll in the community tab asking, I said, I've done a War Doctor Tardis custom and would you like to see it, yes or no? And a lot of people said yes, a few people said no, so I'm sorry for you guys, but a lot of people said yes. So we're going to be doing that today. I'm going to just move little John Hurt there out of the way for just a brief moment. He can stand over here while we talk about this. So I'll tell you how much this custom actually cost me. So you can see it here. I'll just stick it in front of you, and then I'll sort of slowly twirl it around. I could do it like that, couldn't I? I could, yeah. So this custom in total cost me. Move the microphone up. This custom in total actually cost me £2, which is kind of a little bit unbelievable in terms of custom figures these days. They should theoretically cost more, but that is not the case for this one. It was a really cheap custom to do. The whole thing, including the parts, paint, everything, cost me exactly £2 to make, and I'm going to show you exactly how to make it today. So showing you the features. So it is a regular David Tennant era box on the exterior and the interior. It's all the same design, same sound effects and stuff as well, light and flashing sound effects all there. We'll get onto the sound effects in a bit. The doors both open inwards, and inside, as you can see, is a War Doctor interior. A little bit of leeway at the top there because I still need to update the interior, but I thought I'd do the video before then because the interior isn't as important as I've seen with the floor as well. That doesn't haze me as much as it should. Some people would probably paint that grey, but that would mean they have more time than me. So this took me probably about an hour in total. So I went on eBay, I searched a Tennant TARDIS for about a few days, and I managed to find a second one, and it was £2 including delivery. Brilliant deal for a Tennant TARDIS. The audio effects were a bit battered, but that's absolutely fine, so obviously as you can play, it's a little bit grazy, it's a little bit not perfect sound quality, but that works for the War Doctor TARDIS because it was meant to be beaten down and all battered and stuff. So yeah, as you can see, the only really differences we made was scuffed up the outside of it with some sort of dirt effect, which I'll get onto in a minute, so across the police box sign and such like that. We've also done some stuff there as well, and we've also got some white scuff effects there. So we'll talk you through bit by bit of how I did this custom, because I tried a few different things first. So the general sort of scuffiness is what I did first, so I'm going to show you a video over the top of this. So what I ended up doing for the scuffiness part of it, I pretty much what I did is I got a bit of cardboard, set it on fire, blew it out, and then the second I blew it out, the hot sort of ashes from the cardboard, the burnt cardboard, and the sort of just the general sort of sparks in general, you'd rub up and down on the TARDIS in the certain place that you wanted to get the most darkened effect. I did this for a good half an hour, just on and off, kept lighting it, kept blowing it out, and kept spreading it around in the places that I wanted. I'd do little patterns and little directions and stuff like that, and it came out really nicely. That's how it sort of came across. That's the main thing you want to do first. You want to do that again and again, but obviously be careful around fire. It's fire, it hurts if you get it in the wrong place. I rolled my sleeves up, for example. You do the right thing. Don't mess around with fire. I've been in scouts for like many years now, so I do know how to use fire properly. Yeah, so don't mess around with it. Do it properly. The next step that I went with was actually we scraped it down. I haven't actually got footage of this because I did it beforehand, but I got like a pin, a little standard pin like that. And what I did was I went on a picture online and found the exact style of John Hurt's TARDIS. And I just scraped away the sign very carefully in little tiny little strokes. You're doing like a little sort of pen like that. You just a little mini stroke. If you try and cut it all in one, you'll slip up and you'll make a big cut down the middle of the police box sign. And believe me, once you've done that, it's hard to go back on the way it looks because that is on the front of the box. So in general, the windows are sort of dirtied and the rest of the box is dirty. But around the windows in particular here, I've got the middle bit rubbed off, and that's pretty much the only way I went around that, because it was very hard to try and achieve the sort of scuffed effect around the outside opposed to the inside. And what I did was I would literally spend about 10 minutes just repeatedly doing those windows with the burned cardboard effect, and then what I would do is I'd get some water on a little paper towel, and I would just wipe away the middle and just see until I got a nice set of effect around both. The left side window still isn't very good, but you know, it does it for me. I'm quite happy with that. In terms of the white scuff marks, literally all I got was an oil pastel. Thankfully I had one from like a child's art set from when I was younger. Picked up that, did a few scuff marks here and there, on the top, on the side there as well, on that side there as well. I want to make it fit, and there's none on the back, because I never really look at the back of the box anyway. And you might see it a little bit on top as well there. Yeah. The main gist of it is, it doesn't look exactly like the War Doctor's TARDIS, but you look at it and know it's the War Doctor's TARDIS, mainly because of the scuff marks, mainly because of the, you know, the police box sign, the wearing, everything, and if you even look at the interior, it's the War Doctor's TARDIS. So you know that. As well as it's got John Hurt standing outside of it on display. So, in terms of an actual display piece, I think it's pretty much worth it. So I've got four boxes. This was my fourth box. It cost me £2 for the whole thing, and that's obviously give or take having a spare cardboard, a lighter, and oil pastel. If you get an oil pastel, like a little, you know, anything sort of white and sort of pastel-y, like an art set or something. Don't use white paint unless you're very confident, because that took me about 3 tries to get perfectly right, and even that's not perfect. It's actually still a little bit missing on the side that I would probably like to correct at some point actually as well. So I'll probably get onto that at some point. But yeah, that's not perfect, but what it is something I like. I did the sort of skull effect across there as well. Everything's very careful. The only thing I really would recommend about this is to not play with it, because as just doing this review, my hands have already got, I'm sorry, get used to the reflection, my hands have already got a little bit dirty now just by touching it and moving it around, which is a bit of a shame, because that's obviously the smoke effect's coming off, and obviously it will stink of smoke as well. Mine did, I had to leave it next to my window sill with it actually window open for the night, so the smoke smell will go away, but it now barely stinks of smoke, so that's good. But yeah, it still works like the normal Tenant box, everything's sort of kind of right and works. It's my second ever custom, so you know, the first one was terrible. This one actually isn't as bad. It looks good on display. I'm very, very happy with how it's came out. Fits perfectly with my War Doctor figure on display, and I'm very, very happy with that. So yeah, try to show it off in a good sort of light so you can sort of see it, guys, but there's not really much there. My camera's not great, but then you can sort of get a good gist for it anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much that. If you have any more suggestions of stuff that I could do customs of in the future, I'd like to have a good crack of it. You know, if I've got the money and budget to do so, I will. But yeah, in terms of that, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, comment below for any more sort of figure Doctor Who merchandise stuff you want to see in the future, because that's a new branch I want to sort of go into. If you haven't already, please do leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please check out the Patreon, the store, Twitter, Facebook. Oh, that's all in the description down there. And yeah, apart from that, have a lovely day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.